Following some breaking news tonight, the U.S. Department of War has now released the identities of the soldiers killed in the recent Air Force crash over Iraq. One of those soldiers was from Kentucky. According to the release, 34-year-old Tech Sergeant Ashley Pruitt of Bardstown was one of 6 soldiers on board the KC-135 when it crashed over western Iraq on Thursday. Sergeant Pruitt was assigned to the 6th Air Fueling Wing of MacDill Air Force Base in Florida. This means a total of 12 active service personnel have been killed since the start of Operation Epic Fury on February 28th. The crash is still under investigation.